Hey everybody, this is your favorite, what am I? Decker. Bonsai here. In our previous episode, we found out that our good old buddy Sam is dead, and we're going to find out who killed him or why he was killed, and then take 100,000 credits for it. So, our plane has hit the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. We're welcome to Seattle. Following the signal from Sam's locator chip in his head of the Redmond Barrens, and we're at Organ Grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, either from living or dead. And here we go. Here we go. I'd like to load the game, the one I was playing, Deadman switch, confirm. Don't want that other one that wasn't going so well. Alright. Now here we go. Alright. Here we go. Alright, we're going to ask the coroner about Sam Watts. Is there a key to show all interactable thingies? Alright, so the smell of death and blah blah blah. It's Dresden. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job," a little more than you'd want or expect from someone in a chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. "Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour. Some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir?" "You the coroner. I'm John Dresden, the Organ Grinders branch manager here, so yeah, that makes me the franchise area's coroner too. And you are..." "I would be Bonsai. I represent him." "He had a locator chip in his skull. That's how I know he's here." I don't know if you guys want me to read this, but I'm going to do anyway, because that way I know it's been read. So, Dresden says, "I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet. And what with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. So, who told you he was dead?" "Well, I'm not telling you about the money. I'm going to tell you that Sam's digital ghost did. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch." The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. "A Deadman switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here." Zoom in. Do I want to zoom in? Oh, Sam. "He's my second Emerald City Ripper, Victor. The third one was downtown." "Huh. Emerald City Ripper, never heard of it." "Not my title. That's what the Seattle Press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel, but this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victor." Trophy hunter. "What did he take from Sam?" "His liver. Why would you want his liver?" "How about the other lucky contestants?" "Liver, a heart, and a spleen." Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet, his face an ashen white for the first time without a smirk on it. Below his chest there's a small pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on the body. I can examine the evidence through the bag without spoiling it, so let's look at the business card. The seamstress. Okay, moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called Seamstress Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Let's look at the credit stick. It's a standard cheap and secured credit stick. No one was take the credit back. Hey, 300 yen for us. Let's look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing and blood is through, so the bag sloshes a bit in your hand. There's a handwritten note. Let's look at it. You can only see part of the note given the torn off bits and blood stains. Sam, I feel terrible that we argued, blah blah blah. We have been away long. We've been getting something long. To say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. Alright, so we got a Jessica. Is that it? What's over here? Basic med kit. Is there anything else? I saw something. Is it just me? It's just me. Alright. Let's go talk to McCluskey. Interesting. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So this new Ripper Vic Watts, name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? The coroner frowns. So you insisted at the time. He chortles. Nobody chortles, but he does. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on a very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. The Ripper's case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic that removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too. So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon. Yeah, basically. Well, not necessarily. Okay. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no help, damn dwarf. Knows how to reword things because I'm dyslexic? Yeah, okay. The Lone Star Detective finally noticed me. You note his superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? We're going to stick with I'm nobody that didn't hear nothing. That's right. And if you ever do hear something, I'll knock it right out of your head. Give me more. I'm putting someone in cell or... Alright. So that guy's awesome. Dresden, look. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties too. You cocks, be straight with me. You really going to work for the Deadman? We'll go with Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He convicted his own mother if it meant another 10 million a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. You have my honor after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can he get? Alright. If he's on the take. I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and his wallet. What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Sounds like you disagree. My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there was unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I drop it. Okay, what are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of million, but individual organs, not much, as anyone with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ grinders only deal in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. Doesn't tell me. Parts, though. Who uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither professions use them much anymore. It's possible some slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstress Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You probably like it. Thank you. Me, I'm not really the going out type. Always too much to be done around here, plus the dead are just easier to get along with. Alright, lastly, Mr. Dresden, I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Gain 2 karma. Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay, I'll go do that. So, let's go over here. Basic med kit. Trauma kit. Cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius, which anybody knows is something in Fahrenheit. Genna, what is that? It's like, what, 60 something? I don't know. Let's open the drawer. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to displaying some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa, easy there. Oh, Jake Armitage. Hey, Jake. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. He spotted data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. He told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? Doesn't feel like 6 yet. What do I look like? A damn alarm clock. Give me a break, chummer. Haven't had my soy calf yet. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? The latest Ripper victim. Did you know him? Sam? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then over at the Union. Decent enough guy, always in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level, working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of Deadman switch. I thought you could help him out, maybe. Even stop moving around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses, might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then, the name's Jake, and you are? They call me Bonsai. Nice to meet you. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstresses Union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I've been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Miss Kabuda asked me to throw Sam out, so I did, but out in the alley some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn, maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles, and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him until he turned up here dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. So you've done this before. It's a long story. I ended up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake, here's a regular show. Started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you get a free night stay. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union. Missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader's got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night. Trust me. Jake eyes me up and down. Maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. That'd be good. What do you say? I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. great. I've been hiding out here ever since that run-in with the Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers, but the stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to this morgue in one piece without packing some heat. Dresden yells over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So, need a weapon. I'm not sure what to do here. Alright, we're going to go pistol. So, ready for an evening out on the town? Tell me about these gangers a little. They're one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol's the flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much around here. They're led by a troll named John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners in the Barrens looking for me. Take him out, maybe I can breathe alone. Alright, man. Watch my back. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for me or you yet. Alright. Alright, I think we're done in here. Come on. Alright, so we finished the Deadman switch. And now we're going to work on the Redmond Barrens. This is Bonsai 5150 signing out for this episode.